What day is it?
It's Tuesday!
Where? What time is it now?
It's time to wake up now.
Hey, who's ready to have some fun?
Is this a test?
Got it!
It's too early.
Fun is fun!
Today is such a great day for a Tuesday morning show.
Tuesdays are better.
This is true.
I can't wait to get started.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Hold your ears, folks. It's showtime.
All right.
Yeah, hey, we made it through another Monday.
Man, it's already Tuesday. Boy, Friday's almost here.
Right, exactly. And that weather once again yesterday, man, was that something special or what?
We were outside all day. And
Yeah, absolutely.
Just awesome. And all week, I mean, maybe a little rain, scattered showers tomorrow, but quickly rallying back on Thursday, looking great.
Yeah, in fact, they're saying now that Fox forecast with mostly sunny conditions today and another high temp of 66. But we could see some rain as early as this afternoon, but more than likely tonight and then maybe tomorrow. But like you said, by Thursday, beautiful again.
Yeah.
So get all the details, of course, anytime at 1079thefox.com. We've got 44 at 6:03.
And here's what's shaking in our corner of the globe. Welcome to it, the 17th day of October already. Wow, is this month just whistling by? Boy, the good weather sure doesn't help slow it down, right? Yeah, just great out there. Sad to report, the North Dakota Highway Patrol says the victim of a hit and run died from her injuries on Saturday. She's identified as 20-year-old Bailey Bernstein from Wahpeton. 52-year-old Chad Olson of Wahpeton was facing felony charges. Authorities say those charges will now be upgraded. State Patrol says witnesses say a pickup with a loud exhaust was traveling eastbound and Bernstein was walking along the side shoulder of the roadway when the pickup, driven by Olson, struck Bernstein, throwing her into the ditch. Olson then fled the scene. Information was put out to the public. A tip led to the truck parked in the driveway of a home in Wahpeton. The pickup had obvious damage. The driver was located. Hey, it's National Pasta Day.
Hey!
Poll found 75% of us eat it at least once a week. So 3/4 of people at least once a week, including 5% who said every day.
Oh, wow.
So what's your favorite pasta shape?
Oh, my God. I like them all.
I do too, but, you know, what's your go-to? Spaghetti?
Most recently, the penny pasta is probably what I've been eating
we like penny.
the most.
Yep.
Lately.
Spaghetti's number one with 33% of the vote, and followed by penne and macaroni, which I suppose is elbow.
Yeah. Right.
There's a list of online things that people find disgusting, even though everybody else finds it normal. It includes people's breath being in your face, dirty dishwater, and people spitting outside. How is dirty dishwater normal? What are you doing? Are you reusing it?
What the?
I don't get the dirty dishwater. It's gross, but, you know, who doesn't think it's gross?
Yeah.
Papa John's is now selling crushed up Twix wrapped in pizza dough.
What?
I think they're smoking weed.
Papa John.
They're calling them Twix Papa Bites. They're available for reward members now, so don't ask if you're not a reward member.
So it must be like a dessert thing.
I think so. They don't hit the menu until next Monday.
Okay.
You might be able to make your phone less addictive by making your screen black and white, not color.
Yeah?
That can help get rid of the positive reinforcements that keep you scrolling and tapping. And both iPhone and Androids have settings that let you easily shut the color off.
Okay.
So you can pretend it's 1955 and you've got a cell phone, see? On this day in 1888, Thomas Edison filed a patent for the first movie camera.
Oh, wow.
Next day, he made the first sex tape. Petticoat Misfunction, I think it was the name of it.
I don't remember that in history.
I believe it was. Yeah, it's scratchy. It's hard to see. It's like watching Skinaflex or something on a Friday night when you don't have the code. And finally, obesity-related heart disease tripled in the last 3 decades.
Ooh.
Our new axis of evil is now Little Debbie, Sugar Bear, and Twinkie the Kid. Maybe throw Papa John in there, too. Right. There's your news for now.
Time now for sports on 107.9 The Fox.
Didn't show up, didn't play well. Those things start with me, and we need to find some quick solutions to some things, and hopefully we've had a good day of diving into some of those things, and yesterday included as well. But played, not very well defensively on special teams, had too many intolerable penalties. And one of the other concerns is when, you look back at our last 3 losses, when teams score first, we have a tough time recovering from that.
There's our coach yesterday at his weekly press conference after sleeping on it after that, bad loss back there on Saturday to North Dakota.
Shellacking.
Ooh, yeah. So hopefully our Bison football team bounces back this Saturday. They come home to take on Western Illinois. The Leathernecks, Dave, are coming to town.
Uh-oh.
The Leathernecks, yeah. I think we don't take any chances. It worked once before. We need to bring back your witch doctor. We might need to get a hold of him this week.
Extreme measures.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that's not what caused the loss. The extreme loss was using the witch doctor. We might want to consider that, too. This might have been blowback.
Right.
Might have been our fault.
Never thought of that. There's such a thing with witch doctors? Blowback?
Well, you're messing around with dark forces, you know?
That's true.
There's according to the movie Pumpkinhead, there's a cost for all this stuff.
Is it possible we opened up a door we shouldn't have?
A vortex.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. We have to close it. We have to make them throw up chicken now, I think, or something like that.
He has to give it back.
Reverse what we had offered.
That bucket of KFC that we sacrificed, he sacrificed.
Cough it up, Aang. Literally.
Never thought of that before.
Well, I'll get a hold of him.
Okay.
Ask him what's up.
Yeah, because
he could be like, yeah, whatever. You didn't warn me.
No.
There was no warning.
It's like everything. There's a side effect to it.
Mm-hmm. It's blowback, yeah. Mm-hmm. Ripples in the pond, man.
Yikes.
Yep.
Yikes. Oh, well, I feel real bad now.
Butterfly effect.
Huh. Okay, yeah, well, definitely get a hold of him and find out. Is that possible?
This is why you don't mess around with that sort of stuff.
Is that? All right, on Monday Night Football last night, kind of an ugly game. And then in the final couple of minutes, the Cowboys defense finally came up big, and that sealed the deal. They go on to take the Chargers 20-17. Monday Night Football. Week 7 will be here on Thursday. The Jags will be at the Saints. Our Vikings don't play till Monday night when they host the Niners.
Right.
Found out yesterday that Marcus Davenport had to leave that Chicago Bears game because of a high ankle sprain. He could be out 4 to 6 weeks. He's one of our better defensive players. That sucks. The 49ers still don't have a lot of answers about Christian McCaffrey, their best offensive player, and Deebo Samuel, probably their second best offensive player, I should say. So they're listed as day-to-day as of now. So that only seems fair. We're down JJ and Davenport. You guys should have to play without McCaffrey and Samuel. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Seems like
fair is fair.
Right. Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, it's official. Flag football will be in the Olympics. It'll be an Olympic sport at the 2028 Games in L.A. Now, there will be men's and women's divisions.
There's worse things to have.
Also, squash is being added.
Oh, I love squash. And brown sugar.
Coming back, cricket, lacrosse, baseball, and softball all making their returns.
Very cool.
Tragically, breakdancing will not return.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Remember we read one time, like it was up until the 30s, architecture was in the Olympics. Are you kidding?
No.
Look at that guy draw.
All right, last night, Bryce Harper celebrating his birthday. Well, so he put one out of the park. Phillies win. They take Game 1 of the NLCS 5-3. Game 2 tonight. The Texas Rangers, oh man, they outlasted the Houston Astros to take a 2-0 lead in the ALCS with a nail-biting winner 5-4 last night. Game 3 tomorrow. Our Wild back on the ice tonight at the Canadiens, and then the T-Wolves with some more preseason ball. That's your Fox Sports. That Fox forecast again, pretty nice with 66 for a high. Most of today will be sunny, and then later this afternoon there's a slight chance of some rain. Tonight, rain likely as we drop down into the 40s, and tomorrow cooler with a high reaching only the 50s, and again, maybe more rain. 44 right now at 6:14.
Coming up, West Fargo Police. They need our help. Officer Rhonda is going to be coming into the studio. She's got details how we can do it coming up.
Now, here's the Fox Morning Show
on 107.9 The Fox.
Well, look who's in the house. Rhonda's here to tell us what's going on. West Fargo's finest. How is everybody?
Oh, everybody is great.
So you got some to-dos going on this month. We got 3 things here to talk about.
Right. We got a lot going on in West Fargo here the month of October. We'll start with the Pink Patch Project. This is our 6th annual Pink Patch Project, and this is to help raise money for the Edith Sanford Breast Center.
And, yeah, so like you said, it being Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
That's right.
Now, this is pretty cool because you brought these in. Like you said, it's a pink patch. And is that a coin, I would assume, right?
It's our pink breast cancer awareness challenge coins.
These are really nice challenge coins if you're a collector of those. That's, and of course, a great cause. And the patch is beautiful too.
Yeah.
Right. I think this is our 5th or 6th year with the patch, and I believe this is our 3rd year with the coin.
So how do you get your hands on these?
We have those for sale, the pink patch or the coin at the West Fargo Police Department.
Oh, good. So I don't have to like speed or something just to get your attention hey, can I get one of them patches?
You can come see us. So those are for $10, and they are also for sale at the West Fargo Sandy's Donuts.
Oh,
hey,
okay. Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. And that goes through the end of the month?
Correct.
Okay. And now you're also teaming up with the Golden Drive Sock Drive.
100 mile an hour Sue. She's back at it, right?
Yep. Oh, man, she goes. So this is our 5th year participating in the competition between regional law enforcement in our area. So we compete. Which agency can raise the most socks gets the traveling trophy.
Okay.
It's funny. That's one of the top requests for homeless.
It's the number one requested item.
It is number one.
It is.
Socks.
So in 2001, just to put it out there to listeners, the West Fargo Police Department, with the help of the community, we raised 3,251 pairs of socks.
Wow.
Way to go.
We won.
That's off.
Yeah.
You won, too.
We won the traveling trophy.
Eat it, regional law enforcement.
Well, Sheriff Johnner wasn't having it. In 2022, West Fargo, again, with the help of our community, we raised 4,074.
Wow.
But took second place to Sheriff Johnner and the Cass County Sheriff's Department, who raised...
So they stepped up their game last year.
Just over 5,600 pairs of socks. So if you think about it, that's almost 10,000.
Yes, it is.
10,000 pairs of socks between our two agencies.
Sure.
Warm, dry
that's
feet.
awesome.
And when you don't have it, that means a lot.
And so I assume you guys want that traveling trophy back this year.
Absolutely. So we're hoping our citizens can help us out with that.
And I could give you my socks right now, but you want new socks, right?
Yes,
okay.
they've got to be new. And last year, people got creative. I was getting socks delivered via Amazon through the West Fargo Police Department.
Oh, wow.
That's brilliant.
Which is
free
a great
shipping.
Exactly. So
that's the way to do it. And then another thing that you guys have been doing, I think for quite a while, is the Coffee with a Cop.
Coffee with a Cop.
Right. So we do that monthly, and this month it is Wednesday, October 25th at 10 o'clock, and we will be at Traditions.
Okay.
And then normally we have a speaker or a topic, and so this month, leading up into the holiday season, and the scams are just all over the place. And there's so many of them. So
it just gets worse.
It does. They get more and more creative. So Sergeant Runcorn and myself will talk about scams that we are seeing in our area, give examples of what people in our communities are falling victim to help educate, and really, just come hang out with us and get to know us. It's a good time.
And have some coffee.
Exactly. And I give away some door prizes.
You guys are always doing so much in the community.
You guys really are. Rhonda, you guys, thank you so much. West Fargo PD, keep up the great work.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having us.
We'll see you next time.
Now here's the Fox Morning Show.
107.9 The Fox.
Well, something you didn't know about our own Dave Jacobs. Before he got into radio, he was a nurse.
Yeah, nursing, yep.
So,
DNA.
I'm putting you on the spot maybe, but have you ever heard of superfetation?
Superfetation?
Yeah.
Nope.
A superfetation pregnancy is when you get pregnant while you're already pregnant. We were planning for a baby and I got pregnant. So I found that I was pregnant and I figured, I can't get pregnant again. It's fine if we continue to be careless. And a week later, I went to the ER because I was in so much pain. I thought I was having a miscarriage. But come to find out, I was in so much pain because my uterus was growing so fast because there was 2 more babies. The pregnancy itself was very good. The babies are very healthy, even still to this day.
So that's the good news. The kids are good.
So it was all from one man.
Yes.
Okay.
I assume her husband. But I had not heard of this. I didn't know that you could get pregnant twice in 1 week. And in this case, again, she was pregnant with one, and then the second pregnancy was twins, so she's having triplets. And again, they weren't all delivered at the same time, though.
No, I suppose they cooked at different times, different temp. Well, same temp. Yeah, different times.
At different times, yeah.
Yeah. I've heard of like tubal pregnancies.
Yep.
And this is in the uterus. So along with the twins that are already started. So it's the second one, or third, I should say, is a little behind, but not too far behind, right? Yeah.
I guess it's a cautionary tale. Be careful if your woman's already pregnant if you don't want triplets.
Right, yeah, it can happen. Here it is. There's proof positive right there.
But again, it is a Pittsburgh woman.
Yeah, who knows? And she could have heard you toilet seat or something. You don't know.
It could be the water.
Yeah, it could be, absolutely. That's Three Rivers.
This is the Fox Morning Show.
Now trending. Now, here's what's trending on 107.9 The Fox.
Oh, this guy in Georgia was pulled over last month for driving 90 in a 55. Like the song says, I cannot drive 55.
But it was not Sammy Hagar.
No, it was not. Of course, that's 35 over, but the ticket, are you ready for this? Was for $1.4 million. And the city says it's not a typo.
Oh, okay.
$1,480,032.51. The lady told me on the phone. I told her this might be a typo. I don't know. I'm not sure. And I told her the amount it was. And she said, no, sir, that's the correct amount. You either pay the $1.4 million or appear in court on December the 21st at 1:30 p.m.
So now a rep for the city says that this was what they call a super speeder ticket, which requires a mandatory court appearance where a judge will set the penalty. They say the $1.4 million was listed on the ticket.
That's just to get you to go to court.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The maximum for a misdemeanor is $1,000. If it's a misdemeanor of high and aggravated nature, the maximum would be $5,000.
Still, though, $5,000 if the judge throws the max at
as if they wanted to throw the book. If the guy's a serial speeder or something like that, you got a history of her or whatever. But so it means nothing. The 1.4 means that it's not enforced, right? It's just to get you to show up.
That's right.
That's something to frame for afterwards. Hey, look at that speed. Oh, you want to talk about speeding tickets? Look at that one.
You know what? I think it works, right?
Don't speed in Georgia.
I know my ass would be there in court if I had a ticket for $1.4 million.
Yeah. I'd be doing the show from Georgia. That's right.
KPFX and HD1, Kindred, Fargo, Moorhead.
And KDLB HD3, Boise, Detroit Lakes.
You guys rock.
Locally owned and operated by Radio FM Media. We are your Bison Nation station.
And number one for classic rock that really rocks. 107.9 The Fox.
What day is it?
It's Tuesday.
What time is it now?
It's time to wake up now.
Hey, who's ready to have some fun?
Is this a test?
Got it.
It's
too early.
Fun is fun.
Today is such a great day for a Tuesday morning show.
Tuesdays are better.
This is true.
I can't wait to get started.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Hold your ears, folks. It's showtime.
It is. Here it is.
Love that movie.
Oh, and nothing scary about our forecast.
No.
Maybe come tonight, but it's rain we're talking
no
about.
big deal.
No big deal.
I mean, we're
No
staying
big
in the
deal.
60s and 50s.
Yeah, that Fox forecast says 66 today is our target high with mostly sunny conditions. Eventually, maybe this afternoon, a little rain, but then tonight for sure some rain. And we're talking maybe a half inch to an inch with a low in the 40s. And then tomorrow cooler with a high in the 50s and maybe more rain. But then again, we're bouncing right back to the 60s by Thursday. Check it out for yourself, that full Fox forecast anytime at 1079thefox.com. We've got 43 right now at 7:02.
And welcome to it. Here it is, the 17th day of October already. Can you believe it? Well, here's what's shaking in our corner of the globe. I'm very sad to report that the North Dakota Highway Patrol says that victim of that hit and run died from her injuries this past Saturday. She's identified as 20-year-old Bailey Bernstein from Wahpeton. 52-year-old Chad Olson of Wahpeton was facing felony charges of vehicular criminal injury and causing a crash. Authorities say those charges will now be upgraded. State Patrol says witnesses said a pickup with a loud exhaust was traveling eastbound and Bernstein was walking along the side shoulder of the roadway when the pickup driven by Olson struck Bernstein, throwing her into the ditch. Olson then fled the area. Information was put out to the public, and a tip led to the truck parked in the driveway of a home in Wahpeton. The pickup had obvious damage, and the driver was located. 20-year-old man in Pennsylvania shot his father during an argument over a broken weed eater. Both men were open carrying guns at the time. The dad was shot in the stomach. His condition's unknown.
What the?
No kidding, man.
Wow.
Shake my head.
Wow.
And a 20-year-old woman in Indiana stole a Kia from a car dealership so she could drive to a job interview to be an exotic dancer.
I can't even make that stuff up.
Right? That's what she said. When police caught up with her, she acted like the whole thing was a joke and didn't understand what she was going to be arrested for. It worked in the movies.
Yeah, right.
I'm an exotic dancer.
Right.
Didn't you hear me?
I mean, really? Who steals a Kia?
That's a great point. A restaurant owner in California caught a Grubhub delivery driver eating a customer's food out of the bag.
Oh, no.
So he called the customer, told them not to eat the food, and he said he was recooking it and would personally deliver it to them. Grubhub said they suspended that driver.
Okay.
And Hawaii is cracking down on catalytic converter thefts by making it a felony and requiring sellers to provide photo ID.
Oh, wow.
Seems to be working so far. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
What's it going to take, right?
Yeah.
It was on this day in 1888. Thomas Edison filed a patent for the first movie camera. Next day, made the first sex tape. Under the pseudonym of Oliver Closeoff. It was called Young Tarts with Old Farts series.
I did not know that about Mr. Edison.
Yeah, you got to look that one up. That's some deep web stuff. Rite Aid has filed for bankruptcy. So now there's just two types of people in the world, CVS people and Walgreens people. And finally, Space Force member Daniel Reynolds has become America's first Space Ranger.
Oh.
He celebrated with his friends, a sarcastic cowboy, a dog with a spring for the stomach, and a gay T-Rex. Good for you, man. We got a Space Ranger.
Yeah,
There's your news for now.
Time now for sports on 107.9 The Fox.
Didn't show up, didn't play well. Those things start with me, and we need to find some quick solutions to some things, and hopefully we've had a good day of diving into some of those things, and yesterday included as well. But played, not very well defensively on special teams, had too many intolerable penalties, and one of the other concerns is when you look back at our last three losses, when teams score first, we have a tough time recovering from that.
You know what's a good solution? Gin with Fresca. That's delicious. A little bit of lime.
Takes the edge off.
It does.
Yeah, a lot of it after that Saturday's game. Oh, boy. And we're hoping the Bison bounce back against Western Illinois, the Leathernecks, this Saturday at the Fargo Dome. But we're not taking any chances.
You can't.
Dave's going to reach back out to the witch doctor who helped us once before. However, we stumbled onto a thought last hour.
We're wondering about this as blowback. We opened some kind of weird negative vortex or something. Well, we leave it to a witch doctor.
He didn't say that there was going to be any
It's probably in the fine
consequences.
print somewhere. Who knows?
Yeah. So
probably didn't hear him throw the bone in his nose.
What was his name again?
Ain Penanders.
Yeah. And you've known him for a long time, right?
I've known him for a little while.
Okay.
I'm starting to mistrust him a little bit.
We'll get
Not
him.
sure if he's all there.
We'll get him back on the show. And
We have to undo what we did.
I think so. And like you said last hour, that means I think he's going to have to cough up the chicken that he sacrificed.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Could
Whatever
get
we got to
messy.
do. We got to pull it out, beat it out, whatever.
Yeah, and bring in some hefty trash bags to cover up the equipment as he's trying to hack back up a KFC bucket
He's a
of
little
chicken.
guy. We'll put him in the trash bag.
Okay.
Come on, Penanders. Cough it up.
All right. Monday Night Football last night wrapped up Week 6 in the NFL. It's kind of an ugly game, and in the end, though, the Cowboys' defense came up big in the final couple minutes there to seal the deal for a 20-17 win over the Chargers. Week 7 starts on Thursday again with the Jags at the Saints. Our Vikings don't play till Monday night against the Niners. We're more than likely going to be without our top, well, not top, close to our top defensive player. I'd say right now, Danielle Hunter's the best defensive player we got going. But Marcus Davenport right there, right behind him, and he suffered a high ankle sprain in that game back there against the Bears. So he could be out as much as 4 to 6 weeks, they're saying. Ugh.
Yeah.
And we're without, of course, JJ.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. But the Niners could be without Christian McCaffrey, who might be the best player in the league, and Deebo Samuel, both listed as day-to-day as of now. So there you go. How about this, football fans? Flag football will be an Olympic sport at the 2028 games in L.A. We told you last week that they're looking at that as a possibility. Well, it's official now. And to add some more interest to it, there's some professional players that are talking about joining. How about that? So there will be a men's and a women's division, too. Also, they're adding squash back to the mix, along with cricket, lacrosse, baseball, and softball, all making their returns. How about that?
I think it's great.
Yeah, tragically, breakdancing did not make the cut this time.
Keep finding pieces of cardboard with staples in them. It just tears those guys up. My back!
Hey, it was Bryce Harper's birthday last night, so he decided to hit a home run in honor of that, and the Phillies win. They take Game 1 of the NLCS 5-3 over the Diamondbacks. Game 2 tonight. Meanwhile, the Texas Rangers took the Houston Astros 2-0. Actually, last night's final was 5-4, sorry, but they're up 2-0 in the ALCS. And now the series goes to Texas, well, where the Rangers play, because technically they're in Texas, but they've been playing in Houston.
Yeah.
Did I make that way more complicated than it needed to be?
Texas is a complicated place.
So anyway, Game 3 tomorrow. The Wild are back on the ice tonight up there in Canada, taking on the Canadians. And the T-Wolves, they've got some more preseason ball tonight, too. That's your Fox Sports. Your Fox forecast again today, mostly sunny and 66 with a chance of some rain popping up later this afternoon. Definitely tonight as we drop down into the 40s for the low, and then cooler tomorrow with a high in the 50s and maybe more rain. Check it out for yourself. That full Fox forecast for the rest of your work week at 1079thefox.com. It is 39 at 7:13.
So you get trapped in a scary movie. What movie are you going to choose? Frankenweenie?
Ooh.
Frankenhooker?
Oh.
We'll talk about it coming up.
Now here's the Fox Morning Show.
107.9 The Fox.
All right, not that I need to remind you, but we are exactly 2 weeks from today. It's Halloween.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's on a Tuesday. And next year's a leap year, so then it'll be on a Thursday.
Oh, all right.
So leading into a nice long, 2-3 years of Friday night and Saturday night for Halloween.
Yeah. So we asked on our fan page on Facebook at 1079thefox.com, if you got trapped in a scary movie, which one would you choose?
Marge and I discussed this question over the weekend. We thought it was a solid one, and what we boiled it down, because first we were like, Fright Night, boy, that'd be a cool one to get stuck in, But then we started thinking about it. We're like, maybe Hocus Pocus or Halloween Town would be pretty good. I don't want to get myrtleized.
Right. Yeah. I could definitely jump on board with the Hocus Pocus, or I finally watched Haunted Mansion on Disney Plus.
The one with Danny DeVito and everybody, and Rosario Dawson, and
that looked like that would be fun to be caught.
That would be totally fun. Yep, very cool. We had some great responses too on the post on our Facebook feed too, and I almost wanted to change my mind when I read Andrew Hegg's. He said scary movie.
Well, there you go.
That's a great one. I just won't eat the mashed potatoes.
And if you're not into anything too scary, you can pick something like Casper, which Christy did.
Yep.
Or if you want something super creepy, Jerry picked Human Centipede. Have you ever seen that?
No, I got no interest. And the same with Carrie Nolte. He said Hostel. Man, Carrie, you're dark.
Yeah. Even Thornton, who picked Alien. That's damn scary.
Dude, you're not going to survive that.
And maybe,
unless you're Ripley.
and that's kind of why Chris picked Friday the 13th. In fact, Chris said any Friday the 13th. Jason will make it quick. So he's looking for a quick death.
There you go. That's right.
And then there's Jason Meyer, who picked Halloween with Michael Myers.
It's a family thing. He had to pick it, or else Thanksgivings would have been awkward, Bride of Chucky, that was another answer. Ooh. Christine, that was another answer. Pet Cemetery, Practical Magic.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that one.
That's the one with Sandra Bullock where they're witches.
Okay, that's what Lori said.
Yeah.
And then Julie said The Wizard of Oz. Do you consider The Wizard of Oz scary? Maybe the scene with the monkeys.
With the
flying
monkeys, when I was a kid, that was terrifying.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll agree to that for sure. The witch in their castle and the flying monkeys, I had no idea monkeys could fly until that time of my life, and that was terrifying. And they wore a fez and a little vest. No thanks.
Rod might have picked the scariest of them all, though. He picked the movie Barbie.
Because we're going to go do beach today. So,
yeah. So again, if you got trapped in a scary movie, which one would you choose?
I'd want to make it fun.
I would too.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
Like Fright Night.
Yeah, right.
Right. Myrtleizing vampires. We know what to do.
Go ahead and leave your comment on our fan page on Facebook at 1079thefox.com.
You're listening to the Fox Morning Show.
Coming up next, Dave's Deep Thought.
107.9 The Fox. And now it's time for Dave's Deep Thought with your radio pal, Dave Jacobs.
On 107.9 The Fox.
Roasting marshmallows is great because it combines dessert and playing with fire.
Dave's Deep Thought.
107.9 The Fox.
Tomorrow, cooler with a high reaching only the 50s, but bouncing back nicely for Thursday. Check it out for yourself. All the details there at 1079thefox.com. Hey, it's straight up 8 o'clock, and we got a temp of 44.
On the 17th day of October already. Here's what's shaking in our corner of the globe. I'm very sad to report that the North Dakota Highway Patrol said the victim of a hit and run died from her injuries this past Saturday. She's identified as 20-year-old Bailey Bernstein from Wahpeton. 52-year-old Chad Olson of Wahpeton was facing felony charges of criminal vehicular injury, among other things, and authorities say those charges will obviously now be upgraded. State Patrol says witnesses said a pickup with a loud exhaust was traveling eastbound, and Bernstein was walking along the side shoulder of the roadway when the pickup, driven by Olson, struck Bernstein, throwing her into the ditch. Olson then fled the scene. Information was put out to the public, and a tip led to the truck parked in the driveway of a home in Wahpeton. The pickup had obvious damage, and the driver was located. Let's see here. Restaurant owner, California, caught a Grubhub delivery driver eating a customer's food out of the bag, so he called the customer.
What?
Told him not to eat the food, said he was recooking it right now and personally deliver it to him. Grubhub said they're suspending that driver.
All right.
Good idea. And this is a good idea. Hawaii is cracking down on catalytic converter thefts by making it a felony.
Whoa.
And requiring sellers to provide photo ID. And it seems to be working.
There you go.
How about that? Here's some random facts for you. China and Japan have Eiffel Towers that are taller than the original in Paris.
Oh, really?
And the first person to refer to the F word as an F-bomb was a catcher on the New York Mets.
I'm not surprised.
Neither am I, filthy bastards. It's National Pasta Day. A poll found that 75% of us eat it at least once a week, including 5% who said every day. So what's your favorite pasta shape? Spaghetti's number one with 33% of the vote, followed by penne and macaroni.
Oh, I love them all.
I don't think there's one I don't like.
Yeah,
Even frog eye. You ever had frog eye salad?
Yes.
The pepeacino? Yeah. The little tiny little balls. Remember when cash was king?
Oh.
Yeah, not anymore. In fact, 8% of us never even use it nowadays.
How about that?
Yeah, well, you might want to still carry some around nowadays. Coins. Give you something to jingle when you're on the bus. Make you feel like a high roller.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Tom Brady's fitness brand may shut down due to declining sales.
Uh-oh.
And for the first time in a long time, Bill Belichick smiled.
Oh.
I know. On this day in 1888, Thomas Edison filed a patent for the first movie camera. The next day, he made the first sex tape. It was a double feature, Butch Chastity and the Fun Pants Kid, and Inside Queen Victoria. You don't want to miss those.
I do not remember that in the history book.
No, that's a lost famous flick. Flick. There's your news for now.
Time now for sports on 107.9 The Fox.
Didn't show up, didn't play well. Those things start with me, and we need to find some quick solutions to some things, and hopefully we've had a good day of diving into some of those things, and yesterday included as well. But played, not very well defensively on special teams, had too many intolerable penalties, and one of the other concerns is when You look back at our last 3 losses when teams score first, we have a tough time recovering from that.
Tackling, too, Coach. Don't forget about the tackling.
Oof.
That was pretty poor. Yeah, there's things to work on, as you heard the coach at his weekly presser yesterday. Hopefully the Bison Pack bounce in a big way this Saturday when they're home to host Western Illinois. The Leathernecks are coming to town. We'll have all that action for you right here on your Bison Nation station. However, we are going to take some of the responsibility as well, because we're not sure, but we're wondering if by us bringing in that witch doctor a couple of weeks ago after our loss to South Dakota, it worked the first week. We picked up a W, but did we have to pay the consequence by losing to North Dakota? We're not sure. We
might have cracked that nut wrong.
We might have opened up some kind of evil door.
Or maybe they suck. I don't want to take a chance and get blamed for this.
Hey, here you go. That's why we need to bring the witch doctor back in.
We'll find out for sure.
Yeah, we'll do that coming up later this week. Last night on Monday Night Football to wrap up Week 6 in the NFL, kind of a ugly game with a lot of miscues and penalties and stuff like that. The Cowboys defense finally came up big in the final 2 minutes to seal the deal with a 20-17 win over the Chargers. Week 7 starts Thursday again with the Jags at the Saints. Our Vikings in prime time. They don't play till Monday night against the Niners. We're more than likely going to be without one of our better defensive players, Marcus Davenport, who suffered a high ankle sprain back there on Sunday against the Bears. He could be out as much as 4 to 6 weeks.
Boy.
And for the Niners, they're not saying a whole lot, but Christian McCaffrey, maybe the best player in the league right now, along with Deebo Samuel, are both listed as day-to-day. So we'll have to wait and see, I guess, on that. Well, it's official. Flag football will be an Olympic sport at the 2028 Games in L.A. There will be men's and women's divisions. Squash is also being added.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, while cricket, lacrosse...
The sport, not the food.
Right.
Yes.
Cricket, lacrosse, baseball, and softball will make their return. So take that. And, well, sorry, breakdancing didn't make it. Didn't make the cut this time. It will not return. No breakdancing. No
That's
big
too
boom
bad.
boxes, no cardboard.
No, none of that. No snappy comebacks.
No moonwalks.
No
nothing.
fly girls.
No.
Sad.
No, I know.
Whatever. That's how you want to live.
Hey, last night, Bryce Harper celebrated his 31st birthday with a home run. Woohoo! The Phillies take Game 1 of the NLCS 5-3. Game 2 tonight. Them and the Diamondbacks. Meanwhile, the Rangers, they're up 2-0 on the Astros in the ALCS. And the series now shifts to Texas.
Nice.
With a nail-biter last night going the way of the Rangers 5-4. Game 3 tomorrow. Our Wild back on the ice skating against the Canadians tonight, and the T-Wolves back in action with some preseason ball. That's your Fox Sports. That Fox forecast, again, beautiful today with sunshine and 66. Maybe this late afternoon we could see some rain starting definitely tonight with a low in the 40s, and cooler tomorrow with the high in the 50s, but bouncing back to the 60s and sunny by Thursday.
It looks great.
All the way through the weekend. It's all there for you to look at. Pictures and everything at 1079thefox.com. We've got 44 right now at 8:10.
Now, here's the Fox Morning Show.
With Tony's top Halloween movies.
And 107.9, the Fox.
Now it's time for another selection of movies of haunted varieties with our friend Tony Tilton. What you got for us today, Tony?
First real modern horror film that works and still does to this day is Psycho.
Ooh, yeah.
The original.
The original. Oh,
not
God.
that
There's no such
remake.
thing as that remake. That
The
should
one
be
with
burned.
Vince Vaughn.
But and what's crazy is that they basically remade the film, but then they added in context you didn't need. You got that in the original.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Yep. But it's so well done as Alfred Hitchcock at his peak, and it really completely changed movies at the time. It changed everything into what became modern horror at that point. You know, if we basically they all lost their virginity card after that, and all the other studios hammered in a bunch of these psychological thrillers and stuff afterwards. It became a big trend, but Psycho was the one that really kicked it in. And that shower scene, I mean, it's amazing.
It's iconic.
Yeah, and,
absolutely.
And that is there's another great jump scare in that movie where the inspector comes in up the stairs, and you don't expect anything to happen at that point, but it does.
It does, yeah.
No, that's
this
a great
is towards
way to
the end, right?
Towards the end, yeah. The original Psycho, I would put up there as a great one to watch, no matter what. If you've never seen it, you should watch it sometime. And
it's good for the kids.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, and the other thing was, all these films should be watched on the biggest screen you've got with the lights down and the sound cranked up.
Yes.
Do a theater type experience. Right. It makes a huge difference when you watch
as it was intended.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not paused.
Yep.
Not going to the bathroom every 10 minutes.
Because it's a 2 for Tuesday, or in this case, a double feature. We'll come back with one more of Tony's top Halloween movies.
Hey, we're back with Tony's top picks for Halloween movies.
I think the next big one really is Jaws.
Ooh.
Original Jaws.
It's a great movie.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great.
It's
a
still
lot of
very
people
effective.
don't consider that a horror movie.
Well, it's definitely
of course
a horror
it
movie.
is.
Yeah, and it's.
But I never. You think about classic horror.
Right.
You don't think about.
It's suspenseful. There's
totally.
action and adventure kind of stuff, but it's. I mean, any movie that took the entire world and got them afraid to go into the water,
right?
Even in a pool,
100%
was just incredibly effective. So Jaws really kind of sets the standard for a lot, and you can tell by a movie and how effective it is by how many imitators it has.
Yeah,
and look at the whole slew of environmental horror that came out after that of different critters. At Grizzly and all this, it was Jaws remade in different ways.
Night of the Grizzly.
Yeah, exactly. So Jaws would be my next one, but there's so many in between those two, worth mentioning. Like I said, the Hammers are all in there from the 60s and early 70s.
Is it Frogs?
No, which is it's a good movie. I remember when I saw that as a kid, and my older brother was working at the Fargo Theater when it came out, and so he let me into everything. I saw The Exorcist when I was 10 years old.
When I was 10, I saw Legend of Hell House.
Yeah,
I had to sit by myself. That's a scary movie.
It is a scary movie. It's all the sounds and stuff that get you too. That's in that, but yeah, the frogs. As a kid, you're kind of freaked out by
that. DeForest Kelly, isn't he in that one?
No. That's Night of the Lepus.
That's Night of the
giant
Lepus
rabbits.
with the rabbits.
Ray Milland was doing everything he could to make a check at the time.
Oh my God, the thing with two heads.
Yep, thing with two heads with Rosie Greer,
the football player.
Slow down, I'm writing these down.
Yeah. Oh, those aren't really.
Yeah, you don't want those.
Oh, okay.
No, that's a turd.
Well, there's today's selections. Tony's top Halloween movies. More to come every Tuesday throughout the month of October.
Now, here's the Fox Morning Show
on 107.9 The Fox.
All right, not that I need to remind you, but we are exactly 2 weeks from today. It's Halloween.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's on a Tuesday, and next year's a leap year, so then it'll be on a Thursday.
Oh, all right.
So leading into a nice long, 2-3 years of Friday night and Saturday night for Halloween.
Yeah. So we asked on our fan page on Facebook at 1079thefox.com, if you got trapped in a scary movie, which one would you choose?
Marge and I discussed this question over the weekend. We thought it was a solid one, and what we boiled it down, because first we were like, Fright Night, boy, that'd be a cool one to get stuck in, But then we started thinking about it. We're like, maybe Hocus Pocus or Halloween Town would be pretty good. I don't want to get myrtleized.
Right. Yeah. I could definitely jump on board with the Hocus Pocus, or I finally watched Haunted Mansion on Disney Plus.
The one with Danny DeVito and everybody, and Rosario Dawson, and
that looked like that would be fun to be caught.
That would be totally fun. Yep, very cool. We had some great responses too on the post on our Facebook feed too, and I almost wanted to change my mind when I read Andrew Hegg's. He said scary movie.
Well, there you go.
That's a great one. I just won't eat the mashed potatoes.
And if you're not into anything too scary, you can pick something like Casper, which Christy did.
Yep.
Or if you want something super creepy, Jerry picked Human Centipede. Have you ever seen that?
No, and I got no interest. And the same with Carrie Nolte. He said Hostel. Man, Carrie, you're dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Thornton, who picked Alien, that's damn scary.
Dude, you're not going to survive that.
And maybe,
unless you're Ripley.
and that's kind of why Chris picked Friday the 13th. In fact, Chris said any Friday the 13th. Jason will make it quick. So he's looking for a quick death.
There you go. That's right.
And then there's Jason Meyer, who picked Halloween with Michael Myers.
It's a family thing. He had to pick it, or else Thanksgivings would have been awkward, you know. Bride of Chucky, that was another answer.
Ooh.
Christine, that was another answer. Pet Cemetery, Practical Magic.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that one.
That's the one with Sandra Bullock, where they're witches.
Okay, that's what Lori said.
Yeah.
And then Julie said The Wizard of Oz. Do you consider The Wizard of Oz scary? Maybe the scene with the monkeys.
With
the flying
monkeys, when I was a kid, that was terrifying.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll agree to that for sure. The witch in their castle and the flying monkeys, I had no idea monkeys could fly until that time of my life, and that was terrifying. And they wore a fez and a little vest. No thanks.
Rod might have picked the scariest of them all, though. He picked the movie Barbie.
Because we're going to go do beach today, so...
Yeah. So again, if you got trapped in a scary movie, which one would you choose?
I'd want to make it fun.
I would too.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
Like Fright Night.
Yeah, right.
Right. Murdering, myrtleizing vampires. We know what to do.
Go ahead and leave your comment on our fan page on Facebook at 1079thefox.com.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.